Okay, we're here with our second objective now. This should not say objective 15, it should say objective 2. Compare and order fractions by comparing to 1/2. So we want to relate these fractions that we have to 1/2 and try to put them in order. Okay, so it says arrange these fractions from least to greatest. We gotta remember that means smallest to largest. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do this with a picture and without a picture. Okay, so let's do with the picture first. So my 3/6 is here. My 3/5 is here, and my 3/8 is here. Okay, and here's my pictures. 3/6. Okay, if I divide this into 6 pieces, trying to be equal here. Okay, here's 3/6 of them. Alright, let's do the same thing with 3/5. If I try to divide this equally, okay, and then we've got 3 of them. Okay, now 3/8. And here's 3 of them. Okay, now from our pictures we should be able to tell which one's the smallest. Okay, the smallest is 3/8. Okay, that's the least amount of pizza I got there. So I'm going to go over here and write 3/8 as my smallest one. Okay, now next, if I would have drawn this a little bit, it would be a little easier to see, but this 3/6 is exactly half the pizza. Okay, 3 out of 6 pieces. I've got 3 pieces taken up right here, and still 3 pieces left over. Here, I've got 3 pieces taken up and only 2 left over. Okay, so this one right here is more. So my next one in order is 3/6. That's the next smallest. And that leaves me with the last one at 3/5. Okay, so 3/8, 3/6, 3/5. Now if we don't want to do this with the picture, okay, you can just tell me how these relate to 1/2. Okay, so again I got 3/6, 3/5, and 3/8. Okay, well right here 3 is exactly half of 6, so this one is equal to 1/2. Okay, and this one, whoops, right here, 3 is more than half of 5. Okay, half of 5 is 2.5, so 3/5 is greater than 1/2. And on the last one, 3/8. Well, what's half of 8? Half of 8 is 4. 3 is less than that, so this one is less than. Okay, so I got one that's equal to 1/2, one that's bigger than 1/2, and one that's smaller than 1/2. Well, the one that's smaller than 1/2 has to be the littlest one. The one that's equal to 1/2 has to be next. And the one that's bigger than 1/2 has to be the biggest one. Okay, either way, picture or not, I got the same answer. Alright, let's move on to the next example. Last one. Okay, last example for the day. It says, compare 2/3 of an hour and 2/5 of an hour and explain why your answer is reasonable. So they just want me to tell, is 2/3 of an hour equal to, is it bigger, or is it less than 2/5 of an hour? Okay, well, we can draw a picture if we want. And we'll draw another picture about the same size. 2/3 of an hour, that means 2 out of 3. Okay, and 2/5 of an hour, that's 2 out of 5. Okay, 2/3 is bigger than 2/5. Okay, we can tell that by the picture. Another way we can explain that is look at 2/3. Okay, if I drew a line about halfway down these pictures, okay, 2/3 is more than 1/2, and 2/5 is less than 1/2. Okay, so that means that 2/3 is bigger than 2/5. And explain why your answer is reasonable. Because 2/3 is bigger than 1/2, and 2/5 is less than 1/2. Okay, and that's a perfectly good explanation. Okay, that's a good way to compare those. 2/3 is bigger than 1/2. 2/5 is less than 1/2. So that means that 2/3 has to be bigger than 2/5. Okay, good luck on your homework. Ask me any questions. We'll talk to you later.